In this video, we're going to go ahead and show you how to replace your driver's side mirror on your 2012 Mitsubishi Outlander. We're going to go ahead and remove the speaker pod here, which covers the bolt, one of the 3 bolts for your mirror. Just go ahead and grip that, pull backwards. You may need a plastic trim tool to pry back. Inside here is the one clip that goes here. And then you have an electrical connection for your speaker. Go ahead and disconnect that. So if you grab a pick tool, a little hole right here, you can push down the tab and unclip your speaker connection. Set that aside. Next, we're going to remove this cover here. Pick tool, pull that cover off, set it aside. There's one more screw in here with a cover. Again, the pick tool, pop that cover off, set them aside. There's one more right here with a cover on it. Go ahead and grab your pick tool, pop that cover off. There you have 3 Phillips screws to take out. We'll go ahead and remove this one. And the cover comes off with it. So there's another Phillips screw in here underneath the cover we took off. There's one more in here behind that cover. Go ahead and set those aside. So there's going to be some retaining clips around the back side of the door holding the door panel in. Grab your panel tool, put a little outward pressure on the door. You can start to pop your retaining clips all the way around on the door. Once you have your retaining clips out, go ahead and slide your door panel up and away. Now you have your 2 cables. Go to your lock and latch with your pick tool. Go ahead and pop these covers or latches off. Go ahead and pull up and pop it out. Same thing on the top. And then you have 2 electrical connections down the bottom. Just going to unclip those, find the tab, squeeze and pull out. There's one. And there's the other. Go ahead and set that door panel aside. So now that you've removed the door panel, you have access to the bottom 2 10mm bolts. So there's 3 in total with 1 electrical connection running through to the mirror. We're going to go ahead and disconnect this connection here. Push the tab and separate your plug. And we're going to go ahead and grab our 10mm socket. Take out these bolts. Now, as you do the last one, make sure to reach and hold your mirror. Give it some support. That will be the last bolt holding it in. Go ahead and grab your mirror and pop it out. Right here are your 2 clips that are holding it in place after the bolts are there. Go ahead and remove your mirror. So before we reinstall our new mirror, these come with a gasket on them, and you want to make sure the gasket has a nice seal to the painted surface. So we're going to go ahead and clean this before we put our new part in. Little cleaner and just a wipe. So we're going to go ahead and install this mirror. First thing we're going to do is feed our electrical plug and wire through. We're going to look for these 2 tabs to seat in place and line them up. And push in, and you'll hear and feel that audible click. Keep some pressure on the mirror while you install the 3 bolts in the back. So we're going to reinstall our 10mm bolts. Start by finger tightening them, making sure not to cross thread. Go ahead and grab your 10mm socket and just tighten those down. And you can let go of your mirror and plug in your electrical connection just by pushing it back in. Wait for the click. And there you go. So now we're going to go ahead and reinstall our door panel. First thing we're going to do, plug in our electrical connections. Then we're going to plug in our latches and lock. Go ahead and slide the head of this into there and spin the orange lock to lock it in place. Push it all the way forward and seat in green part. And repeat for the bottom, and then we'll go ahead and remount the door panel. So now we're going to go ahead and mount our door panel. You want to take your speaker cable and hold it up, and then take your door panel and sit it on this top ridge here on this vehicle. Will help you line it up if you hold the door panel out just a touch, and set that in place. Now you can go around and push those clips back in. And we'll start here, work our way around. And once you feel like you've gotten all your clips in place, just give the door panel a slight tug to make sure none of them are loose and they're all seated in. This looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and reinstall our 3 screws. Go ahead and reinstall this screw. It's a Phillips head screw. Tighten that down. Close your cap. We'll go ahead and install these 2 screws. Again, Phillips head screws. Reinstall the caps as we go. And the caps are just press fit. The last Phillips screw. And this cap has a little contour to it to match the door pocket here. Press that in place. And the last step is to plug in our cover with our speaker in it. Go ahead and plug in your electrical connector. Push that in until you hear a click. Now there are 2 clips here that will seat into the panel and 1 clip here that will push in. So we'll go ahead and seat the bottom 2 in and push in. And there you have it.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.